We are truly delighted to have among us Professor Manoranjan Sinha from Department of Aerospace Engineering at IIT Kharagpur and Program Chair of the Voyage through the Cosmos lecture series. Professor Sinha is a distinguished aerospace scientist whose research spans space flight mechanics, satellite attitude dynamics, and advanced aircraft control systems. His pioneering work on Lorentz force-based satellite attitude control addressed a 6-decade-old challenge in satellite dynamics. He is also a passionate educator, having taught a wide range of subjects from flight mechanics and spacecraft dynamics to neural networks, mentoring generation of students in aerospace sciences. So now I would like to humbly invite Professor Manoranjan Sinha sir, to kindly give us an overview of the exciting program. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Tiwari. Okay, so I welcome everybody. So I'll start formally like distinguished speakers, respected colleagues, dear students and honored guests. Welcome to all of you. It is a great pleasure and privilege to welcome all of you to this lecture series titled Voyage Through the Cosmos, History, Model, Theories and Foundational Issues in Exploring the Universe. So cosmology, perhaps it is the only subject where only few instruments are used, and using sophisticated or complicated mathematics, we try to understand the universe and its origin and what will be its fate. But the most surprising thing about the universe is, or either you say about the cosmology, is that the moment we get one question answered, so many other questions start coming to us. Okay, so as a human being, we have been trying to understand this universe from long time. The present series of the lecture by renowned and eminent cosmologists of the world, this is an humble attempt to explore our existence in terms of the language of the science that we understand today. So what we get in the some of the earlier texts, so there the language is different. What we understand today, this language is different. So our effort is at this time to understand the language what we are tackling today and or what we know today. So sometimes we miss to remember that our life and size are extremely insignificant on the cosmic scale. And because of this, we miss to develop humility, and this leads to many social conflicts. So at an advanced stage, all these things become eliminated. And as stated in Bhagavad Gita, it is one of the ancient spiritual texts of India. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kanchati sama sarvesu bhutesu madbhakti lapte param. So one who is transcendently situated becomes joyful in the self. Such a person neither laments nor desires anything. Being equal toward all living beings, he then attains supreme devotion unto me. So what I want to state here that the current effort of the cosmology, the earlier effort, okay, and what the knowledge is exists in the spiritual text. So broadly, we can divide it into three parts. So one is the Surya Siddhanta model and its equivalent, which is basically geocentric model. So this is based on direct perception. Okay, very few like some optical instruments were used, and using this, then the people tried to understand what this planetary system is and what the universe is. So, in the modern cosmology, we have been using sophisticated telescope, radio telescope, optical telescope, satellite-based telescopes. So, and based on this, then we gather the knowledge. So, this is basically method of inference, what we call as the inductive knowledge. Okay, and the Vedic model of the universe, which is given in some of the spiritual texts of India, this is based on revealed knowledge. This is called the deductive knowledge. Okay, or what we call as the top down approach of gaining the knowledge. So if you see our revolutionary transformation, this started with the general theory of relativity. Okay, so which was proposed by our great Albert Einstein, and this provided a new framework for understanding the gravity. Okay. And from there onward, then soon after this, Edwin Hubble, he revealed that distant galaxies are moving away from us. So from that, he concluded that universe must be expanding. So this discovery then led to the development of the Big Bang theory. Okay, which describes the universe evolving from a hot, dense initial state approximately 13.8 billion years ago. But interestingly, in the Vedic text, the universe age is given to be more than 155 trillion years. This is trillion years. Okay, so it is much bigger than what we see this 13.8 billion years is. So this difference may be because we judge our universe based on our observation, so which is basically the observable universe. So, but this universe, whatever we are observing, so primarily this is based on inductive knowledge, or we are inferring the knowledge from our observation, like the presence of the dark matter or the dark energy. So, how do we refer to infer this? Because of anomalous rotation of the galaxies, they are rotating uh, much faster. So, and from there, then I will not go into the details. Then it's a infer that there must be some other matter which is being called as the dark matter. Okay, present for must be present, which is responsible for maintaining the structure of the galaxy. So this is basically again you see this is an inductive approach, or we are doing certain inference based on certain observations. However, this discoveries raised deep foundational question: what is the true nature of the space-time? Okay, whatever till today we have got all those knowledge, but still it's not complete, and we have many questions. So, what is the true nature of the space-time? What do the fundamental constants of the nature have? The why do the fundamental constants of the nature have the values they do? Okay, what is the origin of the cosmic structure? And perhaps the most interesting or the most sacred part, what happened at the very beginning of the universe. So this is not known to us, all these things. So the now you see that the proper time along a photon path, this is zero. This is called the null path. Okay. And the phenomenon of the quantum entanglement, you must be knowing it. Now it's a well known to most of the students and even the scientist community from different streams. So they imply that the space-time, they even may imply, okay, that the space-time is not fundamental. Rather, they are the emergent property of the quantum activity. So, beside this, we have many other concepts floating around, like the multiverse hypothesis. Interestingly, the multiverse hypothesis it's already present in the Vedic text. Because I will show you in my lecture once I toward the end of this series. So, in my lecture, you will see all these things happening there. The multi-inverse uh, uniform information is present there. Then we have many radical ideas right now, like the Brane steady state holography, plasma field, or the Big Bang universe, okay, superfluid space time simulation theory, or the anthropic principle of cosmology. There are so many of them. Okay, but out of that, Big Bang is having the measure is and it's widely accepted. But others are also there, and they are being proposed. Some of new things are coming up to understand how the universe is working. If we face one problem, we propose something new. So this is because this is inductive knowledge. Inductive knowledge will be always like that. We will be inferring. So as we get more information, so then we infer further. So this will grow over a period of time. So this title, I would like to point out one more thing. Like the Stephen Weinberg, he was a well-known cosmologist. So he has stated, it is there in his book. It's written, the physics is not a finished logical system. Rather, at any moment, it spans great confusion of ideas. Some that survive, like the folk epic, from the heroic periods of the past, and the other that arise like utopian novels from our dim premonitions of a future grand synthesis. And this seems to be correct. which is, because this is implicitly implying that our understanding of the universe is in nascent stage and we need to go very long before we appreciate it better. So the present title, The Voyage Through the Cosmos, is therefore particularly appropriate at this instant, and our journey is far from complete. So each generation of scientists, they are pushing the boundary of knowledge a little further, often discovering the universe is even more surprising than we have imagined. So I hope that these lectures will not only deepen our understanding of the cosmos, but also stimulate new ideas, new collaborations, and perhaps even new paradigms of exploring the universe, and also inculcate humility and produce a spark of understanding the meaning of the life. So we have many stalwarts who will be taking us through the secrets of the universe. On the very first day today, we have Professor Wendy Friedman. She will be telling us about something missing in our understanding of the universe. Then we have Professor Avi Lowe, who will be letting us know about the current status of discovery in the extraterrestrial object search. On day two, we have lecture by Professor Paul, then who will be talking about the fallacy of the Big Bang model. Okay, so this may be interesting to all of us. Then Professor Andre Linde, he will also be speaking tomorrow. On day three, we have Professor Offer Lahab and Professor Tim Eastman and Professor George Ellis. They will be delivering lectures. On day four, we have Professor Louis Marmot and Professor Mario Levy and Professor Tejinder Singh. Day five, we will have lecture by Professor Luke Barnes, Professor Frank J. Tipler, and Sri Vasudev Roy. And day six, Professor John Search from the Caltech, he will be delivering the lecture, and also David Dilforth and Sri Varun Agrawal will be delivering lecture. On the seventh day, I myself will be delivering lecture along with Professor R.N. Iyengar and Professor M.S. Sriram. Okay, so with these thoughts, I warmly welcome all the speakers and participants. I look forward to the stimulating lectures and discussion that will follow over the course of this program. Thank you, and I wish that this lecture series proves to be a very successful and intellectually rewarding voice through the cosmos. Thank you very much.
Yeah.